Hello and welcome to Cardinal Clips. My name is Kathy Leadham, Superintendent for the Willmar Public Schools, and we thank you for joining us for this program which is designed to acquaint you with the people and the programs that make up your school system. This particular edition of Cardinal Clips is devoted to our Hall of Fame inductees as a part of the 2003-2004 homecoming festivities. We're so pleased that 3 people can once again be honored for all of the contributions that they made to our athletic and activities program.
If I could direct your attention to the 50-yard line in front of the stadium, Activities Director Mr. Mike Malmberg, President of Cardinal Pride Brenda McNichols, and Vice President Deb Lang are here to recognize the 2003 inductees into the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame, and I will introduce them to you now. The first inductee is Mr. Dennis, commonly called Red Harvey.
Mr. Harvey was just an excellent athlete in the Willmar Public Schools. And joining us to talk about Red Harvey's accomplishments and all of the glory that he brought to the Willmar Public Schools is his wife, Beverly Harvey. Beverly, welcome. We're so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
It is just really an honor to recognize your late husband, Red Harvey, who I understand passed away about 4 years ago. And it's just a great way to sort of have a tribute to him and all that he meant, certainly to the Willmar Public Schools. And obviously, in visiting with you, you're a very close family and probably many wonderful memories.
Yes, this is truly a blessing. As I went through the newspapers and tried to get all the information, it was hard, but it was fun, and it's a pleasure to do this for him.
Well, we thank you for going through all of that, even though it was difficult to pull this together so that we really can honor his memory appropriately and the wonderful accomplishments that he had. I understand that he graduated from the Willmar Public Schools in 1959 and certainly was involved in a number of athletic sports. What sports was he actually involved in that you recall?
In younger years, he played hockey. He loved hockey, but he had a size 15 shoe, so it was not very, he just could not find skates. And then at that time, they didn't have a hockey program. And then he also he loved to play softball and baseball, but when he got into the senior high, then it was basketball, football, and track. He was very good in track, too.
So really a very well-rounded athlete. It sounds to me like almost all sports were of interest to him. Did he ever talk to you about his sort of his family? Did he come from a family that liked outdoor activities, indoor activities, sports, and competition?
His father passed away when he was very young, and he just was a natural athlete. He loved the outdoors, and to his dying day, that was his thing, to be outside. And he encouraged our boys, but he never ever said, this is the way you should do it, or he was very much of an encourager.
Well, and of course, that's one of those characteristics that's so important to people that are successful in sports and athletics, to have those team skills, and certainly encouraging other people would be one of those essential skills if you're going to be successful as a part of a team. And successful Red was.
Red was a 1959 graduate of Willmar Senior High School. He was a 10-time letter winner in football, basketball, and track. He was a high school All-American in both football and basketball. He was a 3-time All-Conference player in football, a 3-time All-State player in football, the years 1957, 58, and 59. He was 3 times named to the WCCO All-State Prep Parade football team. He was a 2-time All-Region and All-State basketball player, the years 1958 and 59. He was also named to every West Central Tribune all-area team during those 3 years. Red played in 2 Minnesota high school all-star football games, the first in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and the second in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Surprisingly, Red's favorite and maybe his best sport may have been hockey. He was a great skater and a gifted stick handler. Unfortunately, there was no high school hockey team for him to play on. Having known Red personally, the sight of him on skates with a stick could be really scary. Red was the heart and soul, had the heart and soul of an athlete, and the physical skills that many of his teammates feel maybe he was the best athlete to wear the Cardinal red and white.
Did he talk about those over the years?
Very rarely. The only time that he would talk about these things is that he had a scrapbook. And, of course, a lot of the articles from the paper was in there. And the boys, or our family would look at him, and then he would talk about it. But he would never would talk about the awards or anything.
More about the experiences, for instance. I noticed that he was in the all-star football games in Minnesota, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Hershey, Pennsylvania. I mean, those were some big, big trips.
Yes, that is quite an honor. Right offhand, I can't think of the how they received that award, but it's quite they go through all the high school seniors and they're chosen. So yes, that was. We have to this day we have a blanket that says that right on there, All-American. Yes.
Well, and that's certainly a wonderful keepsake to have to remind you of that time in his life. I understand that in 1962 he tried out for the Minnesota Vikings. Tell us a little bit about that.
We had started going together in the fall of '61, and he just felt that this was something he wanted to try. And I said, well, you might as well, try it out now. And so he did extensive training, and he went up there, but as he was there, he just felt that he really got to thinking, is this the kind of life I want to have? And then he decided he wasn't cut, but he just decided it was not his thing. So in the fall of '62, then we were married. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you were encouraging him to sort of check out his dreams, and if he was wanting to go in that direction, you were there supporting him.
Yes, that's the way it was.
Beverly, I had an opportunity to meet your lovely family, 2 sons and a daughter and a grandson. They just have to be very proud of their father and grandfather. There's a statement here I want to read. Red had the heart and soul of a great athlete. He used his size, strength, speed, and tenacity in every play. It just sounds like he was a wonderful man through and through. And when you sort of think about the characteristics that certainly were very evident when he was in high school, and then on, throughout your married life, do you see sort of a connection between what one learns in school and through activities and sort of what one's character becomes as a result?
My brother did an interview with him while he was sick, and he went into this at quite length about when he went to high school. There were things that probably he did, and he said, he said, peer pressure is was really probably hard on him, and he said, I have learned through the years that the Lord God was number one in his life, and he really stressed that and wanted his children and family to know that.
Well, it sounds to me like he was just a wonderful father and certainly a wonderful husband. It's really such an honor for us in the Willmar Public Schools through our Cardinal Pride organization to honor Dennis Red Harvey. And Beverly, it is just so kind of you to take the time to be a part of this event and really to share your memories that characterize all of these great accomplishments that he made. So again, thank you so much for sharing your views and some of your time with our audience, and we certainly wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you for the honor.
Red passed away from us on April 6, 1999. Accepting the award in honor of Red Harvey is his wife Beverly, sons Mark, Chris, daughter Robin, and grandson Alex. A big hand for the induction of Mr. Red Harvey into the Cardinal Pride Sports Hall of Fame.